iPad. So there is a drill that we do. My bad.
What's the
So,
drill?
so on Monday, we generally talk about gratitude if we have any and what we plan to do because it's the start of the week. On Wednesday, and then of course, if we have any blockers, then Wednesday is more about what we have been doing, what we have achieved,
Okay.
if we are in the middle of something, and then Friday is really about what we have achieved in the week.
All right. So
And
Monday is only about gratitude, right?
gratitude and in general, little bit about what you have been working or and what you're going to be doing this week, and if you have any blockers, that's the important one. And then if your
Okay.
name gets called, you're the referee. You basically go around your screen pointing everyone. They give the whole drill.
Okay. So for the gratitude, I would guess today was a really good sunny morning. There was light breeze and it was quite cheerful, to get up in the morning. Usually it's kind of annoying to get up in the morning, but yeah, it was kind of a really good, beautiful day. And if I want to give you updates on my task, I was working with Langsmith, trying to get the LLM tracing, but I hit a roadblock where I understood that Celery is not compatible with Langsmith, or we do not get the LLM tracing when we are going to use Celery for the queuing system. So I had a talk with Subodh as well regarding this. And another alternative would have been maybe if you're using some other queuing system. But Subodh told me that I think using GCP, the time to run those experiments was too much. So I'm still working on this task. Maybe I can look for any other way to do it. And I do plan to have another meeting with Mahdi, Subodh, and other people so I can discuss on this more.
Hold
So, yeah.
on. Did you report the task to Langsmith and Celery?
Yeah.
Okay. And did anyone get back to you in those communities?
Yeah. I also was looking into Celery's documentation.
Wait, that wasn't
So
my
there
question.
wasn't
That wasn't
much
my
that I
question.
could.
That wasn't my question. When you post in those communities, did somebody get back to you?
Oh no, I haven't posted in the community as of now. I just gone through the documentation.
I thought you said yes. Okay, fine. So
Oh, I thought that. Okay.
I would say see if you can reach out because the
Okay.
Langsmith guys at least are very chatty. They also have
Okay.
a
Sure.
Discord. They love coming in to help. So I would say find a way to replicate this bug in
Okay.
like with the smallest amount of code. Post it to both Celery and Langsmith's servers, and then see what advice you get. They 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 will help us because we use exclusively open source tools, and both Celery and
Okay.
Langsmith are open source. Usually people are quite responsive.
Sure. Then I'll start working on that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's by the way, you could make your first contribution to Langsmith if this is a true bug.
Oh yeah, sure. Then I'll look into it. Thanks.
Yeah. We know just
Um,
so you know, we noticed very similar things. We used to use the Elasticsearch, the Elk stack,
Okay.
and you need to run a daemon on the each of the individual instances, and we were using I don't think we were using Celery as a queuing system. We were using something else. But we had similar issues with the Elasticsearch, right? Like we couldn't get the daemon started in the sub processes. Eventually we fixed it, but it was a little hairy.
All right. Sure. I'll look into it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
um, but Ambush, do talk to Marty first before you do anything. I think that's what I also indicated on Friday. Marty will know more and precisely the issue. I don't think you have the whole packet set up as well on your machine, so you'll be able to replicate. So you'll need Marty's help for that. So do talk to him.
Sure. Then I'll set up a meeting with Mahdi. Thanks. Yeah.
Then, Atish.
Um, Yeah, so I looked into the Facebook audience API to get our populations, and it seems to work. It has all the criteria you told me about, like income, age, education, gender. You can filter by all of those. So yeah, I'll probably talk to you more about what to do with that further, since they also have a lot more information if that's relevant. And yeah, how to integrate that, I guess. Oh, and gratitude. It was my dad's birthday, so gracious for him, I guess. And yeah.
Avi, you're next.
um, hmm. I've been trying to do this exercise where I find gratitude in the things that are irritating to me, uh, which has been a challenge. Um, like, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but there's a woodpecker slowly eating my house, and so I'm grateful to live in such a beautiful area with such beautiful birds and such wonderful wildlife. um, I am grateful that I was able to be outside, and I saw some friends in the city on Friday and on Saturday. That was really nice. I'm grateful for this Friendsgiving coming up. Um, I was really grateful last week for the extra hour of sleep that we got. I'm grateful to all the new faces and all the wonderful energy around our project. Um, and I guess this weekend we got a bunch of inbounds inviting us to some accelerators. So I'm grateful that other people are recognizing our work. Yeah. Thank you, Market. Thank you, Woodpecker.
Thought it was you knocking the table.
Right.
Florian.
Hello, everybody. I hope you had a good weekend. What I'm grateful for is to be working on a team that's very dedicated to what they do and who's I'm able to bounce ideas off. Um, what I'm working on right now is the attribute validator. I wrote some code in my local machine for a simple version of it that just prompts GPT-4 to score the attributes, and yeah, then I would do something with that. I would have to. I'm hoping to talk to Subodh as well about maybe different models than the very simple one and how to actually like go forward with it. Other than that, I'm reading the research paper that Subodh told me to read. Uh, I don't have any blockers so far, and what I hope to accomplish over the week is to have the validator up and running and finish the research paper and then work on the next task that me and Subodh talked about after reading the research paper.
Can you send a link to the research paper?
Oh yeah, it's in the Get Smart, I think actually. It's the finding instrumental variables with LLMs. I can send it here in the chat as well.
Nice. And are you doing work, Florian? Are you also doing the brand work, or I should ask Subodh? Are you planning to have Florian do the brand work as well?
The brand will be Rohit's API, right?
Got it. Got it. Okay. Whatever you say. I'm just trying to understand.
Yes. All right. Pablo.
Okay, good morning, guys. Outreach. interviews. It's a big season for interviews, and trying to get 30, 60, 90-day kind of action plan for the new growth team members, and making sure we hit the ground running when the platform is ready. That's my focus.
What about gratitude?
Too early.
I'm grateful for everyone, really, especially the dev team, frankly. There's been a lot of heat. There's been a lot of extra work on the dev team end, and that doesn't go unnoticed. We have some big tasks that are ahead of us that we need to hit, hopefully as soon as possible. But grateful first for everything that has been done and is continuing to be done. And a special shout out to Madi, who I know is putting a lot of time and effort in that.
Rupesh.
Hi everyone. I hope everyone had a great weekend. I'm actually grateful for the opportunity to work with this team and seeing the dedication and creativity and hard work like everyone was putting into the project. And right now, I'm currently focusing on the end-to-end testing of our application. And I have chosen the Playwright tool over the Cypress and Selenium because of its extensibility and cross-browser support. Plus, it handles the automatic waiting and retries as well. As of now, I'm trying to gather the basic user flows like login, logout, experimenting, and replicating an experiment. And I'm excited to start coding this week for them. And I will follow up the things with the team as well. Thank you.
Nice initiative, Rupesh. That's a big one.
Thanks.
That's a big
Thank
one.
you so much.
Yeah.
Hello. Gratitude. I did yoga this weekend, so that was nice. Lots of walking. London's very like walkable, so that's been good. And this weekend I started reading The Alchemist, so that's kind of a good book.
Paul Coelho?
Yes, I think so. Yeah. So I'm only on like the first chapter, but pretty good. Or the first section. This week what I've gotten done, helped Avi sorry, my brain. I've been organizing objectives for our new hire, Ashley. Those are done. I just need kind of Avi to approve them. We're sort of in the process of onboarding her. Helping align initiatives, themes, epics, all that stuff for the GitHub for the engineers, and so the whole team has clear objectives. And I'm helping with the new recruits on Breezy, making sure people are booking meetings so that we can figure out who we want to bring on. That's kind of the gist of everything. So,
Yeah, Sarah, that was a really good 100-day plan you put together.
thank you.
Next up to me. So I'm currently in my home in India, and we still have some housework going on. We moved into a new flat 6 months ago, so I think weekdays I work, on weekends there's people in the house fixing the house. From tomorrow I'll be gone, so for 3-4 days. So I'm really looking forward to a small break. Gonna attend a marriage in Mumbai. So yeah, looking forward to the 3-4 days break. That's my gratitude.
Are there going to be elephants?
No, she's not that rich.
So I thought that 4 day wedding. I mean, it's no joke.
It's 3 days. This one's 3 days. This is just three days one.
I like that. I like that a 3 day wedding is a small wedding.
Generally, it's, I think for us, it's almost a week kind of affair. Depends upon whether you're north of India or south of India. North, it's bigger. It's way bigger than, I guess, south. Maybe Rupesh can say. But north, general people tend to go big. So book a whole big place and yeah, just party for 7 days.
See, India is such an outlier in terms of wedding statistics because, like, typically the amount of money you spend on a wedding is negatively correlated to the length of the marriage. And not only does India have like the longest, most elaborate weddings, they also have the lowest divorce rates.
I think that's a bit cultural. Yeah, I think that's more cultural.
Other causal
Something like
factors.
a one wife policy.
Right, exactly.
Maybe it's difficult to find a second one. Who knows? Right. And in terms of work, there's a couple of things I would still like to do, and I think I can do those. So that relates to a human baseline. Me and Avi were talking earlier. I need not bore the whole team here, but something on basically to see. So we had a different core for new people. It's like survey generation and everything, and now we have a new system in the backend, you can say. So we're still trying to see where the difference is coming based on the same experiment when we ran with, let's say, the version 1 versus version 2. So we are looking into different matrices to see how to quantify the difference better. And actually say, okay, the core 2 or whatever is slightly a little bit better than the earlier one. And I'll also work on a little bit on the analytics part, which relates to the latent class segmentation. I almost have my code ready, which is in Python. So I'll probably Wednesday or Thursday, I'll get that actually integrated. So the last tab will be sorted as well in the market simulator. And yeah, so I think those two will be the first tasks that I'll to wrap up this week. And then moving on, the next.
Me, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Good morning, good evening for others around the world. To be honest, my holiday wasn't good at all. A little bit ill. I had to follow up multiple times with my doctor. So I hope I can overcome this ASAP. So basically, the aim for this week is to support Mahdi and to fix the ongoing issues. Basically, Avi reported to me yesterday that we have some issues in the test environment, and I found that Celery wasn't working correctly. But now it's working. I tested like 6 experiments and all working without any issues. The all success. And I have deployed also the front end again, so I think it should be working also right now. And what I have discussed with Mahdi is to get a centralized place that we can gather all logs in one place and visualize them using open source tool like Prometheus and Grafana. I'm not sure if you heard about these open source tools or not. So we can track the wall logs from one place for the front end and the back end. And in the future, maybe we can enhance this to collect also metrics and traces. I mean by metrics, like requests latency, number of field requests from a number of success requests per endpoint, per like if you can say status code or request method. Uh, I already implemented this before. After the stand-up, I can share some screenshot from my previous work on this. What's in for this? Basically, this will help us to have a full observability for our application and our platform, and it will help us to also to get a real-time statistics and notifications if anything went wrong. Will be notified immediately using our monitoring and alerting system. But it will take some time to implement this as from my side, I'll deploy and configure this. And from front end and the back end side, they will need to add extra work from their side to export these metrics and the traces to the tools that we will use. Specifically, like client libraries, like in a library we use. It's straightforward. Forward. It's not complex to have, as it's a public usage specifically for some uh, programming languages. So I'll prepare the design first, share it with you, and start implementing it locally in my machine. And then once everything is okay, I'll create like a separate servers, test on them, and once everything is okay, we'll migrate them to the ongoing and live servers.
Mo,
Yeah,
did Marty ask you to do this, or is this something you're recommending?
no, I go for this.
Check before you go down too far down the rabbit hole. You know, we absolutely need logging. Um, we have right now 2 or 3 logging solutions that are like 90% of the way there. Um, we we have cloud logging, which is Google's solution. I think it used to be called Stackdriver, whatever. We have Google Cloud logging, kind of implemented, not really. We have Sentry, which is also like 90% implemented. And Sentry is more like UI. Cloud logging is more infrastructure. And then at the application level, we have weights and biases logs, which is mostly just like standard out piping to like a file. But we have weights and biases logs, and we have Elasticsearch logs. And I'm anxious a little bit about creating a fifth logging solution when we have 4 other logging solutions like not completely implemented.
Okay.
Um, what you're proposing is probably a great idea, but I would ask that before you really dive into that too deeply, do a survey of our existing tools and see if you can either deprecate them, close them out, or get them working.
Yeah, exactly. To be honest, I don't have this info, so thanks for sharing this. I'll check them and maybe have some notes about each one, and then let's decide which one will be cost effective and best for us.
Beautiful. Yeah, I like your instincts, Mo. You have good instincts.
Thank you.
And what about
That's it for
gratitude?
me. Thank you.
Mo doesn't have a gratitude. He's been in and out with the doctor, so still struggling, I guess. Okay. Hardy.
Hello everyone. Happy Monday. I'm grateful for this weekend. Um, it was a relaxing weekend, and also we had like little party for Mahdi. This week, I did mention in sprint retrospective that I will implement collaborative workspace. Well, I think. And that will not happen because I see there are still some bugs that need to be fixed. I was checking Sentry and also the panic button. So this week I will be working to fix these bugs.
Oh, my hero. Thank you, Hadi.
Yeah, that's it from my side.
All right, thanks, Hardy. Marty.
All right. So this week, I not this week, but today I'm working on the issues that preventing us from releasing. So there are some bugs, and I'm trying to fix that. And also, there is there is a load testing library which I'm trying to add in the application. This will test the application under load or heavy users. For example, we can say let's say 50 users use the application at the same time, and this simulates that. And like 50 users attack on the application, they will run experiment or hit an endpoint, and we will see the like the how much of the experiment are successful, how much are failed, and all those things. But for now, I am focusing on the fixing the bugs that prevent us from releasing, and I'm looking forward to release. So that's my priority. Yeah.
Yeah, Marty, be careful with something like that. Like, you know, if we have, $10 per experiment, you're simulating 50 users running 2 or 3 experiments. You're talking about, $1,000, couple $1,000 per test. So be gentle. I like where your head's at, though. I think that's absolutely the right objective. Um, um, you know,
Yeah. Mm.
I know there's ways to like create smaller experiments in the while we're testing, so we don't have to have the 1,200 tasks or whatever. Is there
Yeah,
anything?
we have control on the payload. We have control which endpoint to hit. So yeah, I will send the library that I'm using also, so you have a better
Yeah, I
idea.
mean, we just need 2 users at a time, and I would ask new people, before we go too deeply into new features, if anyone has like UI experience, if anyone has DevOps experience, please volunteer to help Madi with the stability of the application. We may have to end up, you know, creating multiple instances of our back end. I don't know, or re-architect. I don't want to do that before we launch. I'd really like to bias towards launching, as soon as we can, today, tomorrow, yesterday. This is really urgent. So, Madi, you have the highest priority, highest urgency task, and please feel free to deputize anybody else to help you if you need help. You don't
Okay.
you don't have to do it yourself.
Okay, sure.
Suhani.
Hi everyone. Um, I'm grateful for the relaxing weekend that I have. It was pretty good, but I got a cold. Yeah, so this week I'll be working on updating our Fern page in order to consolidate our documentation into one place, so like it's easier to access and to refer to. I'll be working on this task with Madi and Pablo.
I think we are done. Yeah, I think everyone had their turn. Generally, end of it for new people. I mean, if we have some small demo you would like to give, I don't know if anyone has a demo for today. It doesn't have to be too elaborate, even a small progress.
Sarah, do you want to demo one of your 100-day plans?
Sure. Let me open it and then share my screen. Okay. Can you guys see it?
Yep.
Can you make it a little bigger?
Is that better?
Beautiful, thank you.
So it's organized based on like theme, initiative, epic, story. It's just a way to like take a tiny task and link it back to a winning metric or theme. So Ashley is the new person that we want to onboard, and so these are tasks I think we should have with her for her, like big tasks, and then they're broken down. Yeah, I think and then as long as Albie approves them, I think that's a good way to make sure that we're all we all have the same expectations of what will happen with whatever time frame someone is working. And then under each theme, there's a measurable, like a way to measure it, so we're all aware of how exactly we're going to measure success. Yeah, does anybody have any questions, or do you guys just want to? Not sure the best way to show it. I generated it using some of the tasks that I already have in the roadmap. So, yeah.
This is great, Sarah. This is very nicely organized.
Thank you.
Yeah. I don't know if it's like the way we have epics, initiatives, and themes. I wonder if it should be like the epics are stories, the initiatives are epics, and then the themes are initiatives. I don't know.
Not
I don't entirely know the difference between themes and initiatives. I've always
So
been confused about that.
themes, I kind of think are the winning metrics. They're kind of the things that, like, you will always say, like, did we reduce the CI? Did we reduce customer acquisition costs? Kind of like what your head is thinking at. That's what I think. I think these are the same. And then it's just initiative is like a smaller like pocket within that because that's like pretty broad. Epics are the tickets, and then the stories I kind of want to say is like, I mean,
I think
every work.
I think the tickets are stories.
Yeah, it like I took the link that you sent me, so the flow is theme, initiative, epic, story.
Right.
But the stories could be like explaining the epic, or maybe the epic needs to be broken down into something smaller.
Could Could the
Go ahead.
you were saying that themes could be winning metrics?
Yeah, they should definitely, they all have to tie back to the winning metric.
Could we make the themes the winning metrics and then tie everything up, just move everything up one level?
Yeah, we could. And then the themes could be, it's just back office marketing systems feels like a theme because it's so big.
Oh, but
It's
that
sort
could
of,
be, but that could be an initiative.
yeah, it could be an initiative. And then these could all be, well, these could all be initiatives. And then, I think the point is that it's all like tagged and then linked in the GitHub, but the names, of course, can be switched out.
Yeah.
I think they should be, especially if we need to, everything needs to be tagged to a winning metric. So,
I'm trying desperately to find something to criticize. No, this is really good. This is really, really good.
okay, that's okay. Amazing. Yeah, cool.
And which winning metric is she focused on?
Winning metric 3, because the other winning metrics were, is the platform working? I think is objective 0. Winning metric 2 is, I think it's about if the customer likes the product, like how they're interacting with it. So this one was really about more marketing. The other winning metrics you can't really measure as they don't really tie back. So, yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah, winning metric 0 is does it work. 1 is, I think, NPS. As
Which might be the retention.
retention
Maybe
is
not.
2, I think.
Okay.
And this is 3. Okay. Beautiful.
Amazing. I'm gonna stop sharing.
Nice
Okay, so
demo.
then that's a wrap then for the Monday.
All right, guys. Happy Monday. Keep bug hunting. Let's get this release out today or tomorrow. Everyone help Marty with his objectives.
Marty will stay here in the same channel?
Yep, here.